Once again, I am back. Week 17. Philly at the New York Giants. We win the game 34-17. And it was a very good victory. Very good victory. And we needed it because we now have a home game to decide who do we play later in the coming days, because we got to play either the Seattle Seahawks or we got to play the Minnesota Vikings, the 5th or the 6th seed. Carson Wentz had a hell of a game, and I can't even complain about that. The man passed Donovan McNabb's all-time passing passing yards in one season. The game, I think it was like 3,900, and I think 12 or 19, somewhere along up in there. He went over 3,929 or 39 yards, somewhere along up in there. All I know is that he passed Donovan McNabb's all-time one-season passing record. And he also threw for 4,000 yards, which makes him the first quarterback in Eagles history to throw for 4,000 yards. Multiple double-digit touchdown passes, less than 10 interceptions. And they saying they already called the man MVP, but I don't think MVP is what he more concerned about. I think he more concerned about getting to the playoffs, possibly getting back to the Super Bowl. But it's a big tough task ahead of us because the top three teams, the Saints, the Green Bay Packers, and last but not least, the San Francisco 49ers are the 1, 2, 3 seeds in the NFC conference. So the 6th or the 5th seed, who the Eagles going to play, depending which one of them win the game. Always the lower seed playing a higher seed. So one of them two games, one of them whoever the player going to be, they're coming to Philadelphia. And the Eagles get a good chance to have a victory to go up into the divisional rounds. That could be the most important going forward, because we get some players back. And I'm talking about Deshaun Jackson, who's going to come back in the second round of the playoff, depending who we win between Minnesota or Seattle. Then we've had some injuries up front. I'm talking about the one on the Brooks, the left guard Brandon Brooks. He's injured, and his session or his question mark for next week's game is doubtful, very doubtful. So he might not play. And then we had Mike Sanders, who we thought was going to be rookie MVP of the entire NFL. That's now under the rugs, because the fact is he hurt his ankle and he ain't played no more in the first half or second half. So he's done until the next playoff victory or playoff game, whoever we play. So a lot of things have been shaken up because we had a lot of players on the injury front. I can name all of them, but I'm not going to sit here on this video and do that because some of you guys already know. If you've seen the TV or if you've seen the internet or Facebook or whatever media outlet you're on, you already know who's out injury-wise. So I ain't got to sit up there and state all that. So, but before you right now, as you see, this is the NFL, or should I say the Super Bowl 52 championship title that you see before you. This title right here represents what the Eagles have done 2 years ago. And behind me is the Super Bowl championship flag. And on this side here is our NFC conference championship belt. It's not a Super Bowl title, it's an NFC championship title belt. That's what that is. It doesn't worth more than what you see before you. 4,000 yards. What more can you say? The last 4 games, he been talked about, been disrespected. Go all the way back to early in the season where we had that scoundrel or that punk or that sucker, Orlando Scandrick, who came to the Eagles in the preseason and was kicked off, and then came back because we had injury at the cornerback front. And then when Mills came back, he got kicked out again, and he had the nerve to go on FS1 and start rapping and talking shit about the Eagles locker room. All that shit that he said, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna say it's true, and I'm not gonna say it's a lie, but I will tell you this right here: all that shit that he said has geared the team up real well because when he did that, the Eagles went to Buffalo and won in Buffalo with very good defensive play, offensive play, and won the game. So if you really look at it, the Eagles are beating a lot of teams with teams over 500 or more. You can't say that about the Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys are 1-7 against teams with a winning record, while we are 7-1 with teams 500. That one loss. Well, no, I'm sorry, 6-2. 6-2. I'm sorry, 6-2. 2 losses against the Seattle Seahawks, against the New England Patriots. Them are only 2 teams that we have lost to with teams over 500. 6-2. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say 7-1. I mean 6-2. And get that straightened out before some of y'all get to talking crap and saying that I'm wrong. I had to go back and dig deep and figure out the truth, and that's what I did. The match you see before you, I'm not quite sure what to call myself at this time of being, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep it on until I finally get a name figured out. And when I do, you'll hear it on my next video, probably a win or a loss in the playoffs. You'll see this match one more time. Depending how many times we go. If we go all the way to the Super Bowl, I'm gonna wear this mask all the way to the Super Bowl. But if we win the first interdivisional conference between either Minnesota or Seattle Seahawks, and I'll wear it again, either for the last time or I'm wear it going further up, depending on how far we go. And this is where it all comes down to the very last straw. A lot of players on the injury front. Like I said, so many of them, I'm not going to sit up here and name them, because I look like a fool doing so. If you've seen the media outlets, if you've seen the TVs, if you've seen whatever, you already know who's out on the injury front. So I ain't got to stress that. But I'm going to enjoy this victory because the fact is, it was well deserved. A lot of practice squad players, Boston Scott, Josh Perkins, and I can't figure out the other guy there, but he's a quarterback turned wide receiver for the Eagles. Those 3 guys is the reason why the Eagles are where we are now. And a lot of you guys out there know that. And I'm saying this right now because I'm making you all know. Those 3 guys will no longer be on the practice squad next season. They won't, because they've proven their worth to the team. They done real well. In the last game against New York Giants, Boston Scott woke up that offense. When we were flopping in the first half of that first New York Giants game at Philadelphia, we were flopping. Boston Scott came in and woke up that offense. He put a spark on that offense. He did the same thing again against the Washington Redskins. He did the same thing against the Dallas Cowboys. And he did the same thing again against the New York Giants to win the NFC East Conference Championship. So this is much well deserved. But like I said before, We can't let injuries ruin our possible trip all the way to the playoffs because it's the first man up. And I'm going to say this and put this on record. How many teams in the NFL have practice squad players that's ready to contribute right away? How many? If you say none, you're absolutely right. Which means that this is a copycat league. And it wouldn't surprise me none if all 31 teams tried to do what the Eagles have done. It wouldn't surprise me none. So be ready for that, y'all. The New York Giants, though, I can't say nothing bad about them. Because they got their quarterback, they got their running back. They're set for the future. Our future has been set. The question is now, can we move forward? Because I feel that the NFC East next year is going to be a terror. Because the Cowboys are already set, just like us. The next up-and-coming team is the New York Giants. Mark my word, because that's the truth. But enough of the New York Giants, enough of the Washington Redskins, enough of the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, right. Dallas. Well, let's say this about the Dallas Cowboys. 8-8. Eliminated from the playoff because we won the NFC East. If we had lost against the Giants, they would have won the division at 8-8. But since we're 9-7, would give us a better record in the NFC East compared to the Dallas Cowboys, who are currently stands at 8-8. There's a good chance that their coach, along with some of the guys on the coaching staff, could be fired by the end of this season. They have made no transactions yet for their situation over at Dallas. But all I know is that after this season, there's going to be some changes in the Eagles organization as well. Because, I mean, all those games that we have lost, we should have had a better record than this. We should have beaten the Seattle Seahawks. We had a chance to beat them. And we should have beaten the New England Patriots. We had chances to beat them. We had the chances. Offense wasn't clicking them last two games. Defense was on par. Cause both of those games were 7-10. 17-10, both games. We lost by 7 points in both of those games. So if you take together 14-point losses between both teams. So there's still going to be changes in the coaching staff. Still going to happen. Just not quite sure when, but I can't say this about Jim Schwartz. He ain't going nowhere, y'all. Because he put together a masterful plan. Winning the last two games that we lost against the New England and Seattle. He put up a good plan in them two games that we should have won in the first place, but offense wasn't clicking. The last game down the stretch, defense started messing up, offense started coming together. And it all started with the Miami Dolphins game, a game we should have won, but in that Dolphins game, we got manhandled, we got destroyed, and we got beat around the clock so many times. The Eagles' heads were spinning. They didn't know what to do against the Miami Dolphins. A game we were scheduled to win and should have won. We probably should be 10-6 if anything. 10-6 would be nice, but instead we're 9-7 because three or four of those games we should have won. And I'm talking about the Miami Dolphins, the New England and Seattle. 3 or 5 games we should have won, but we didn't. So no more mistakes going forward. We're back in the playoffs. That was most important. And most importantly, we were 9-7 last year. We were 9-7 this year. This time, we were 9-7 last year. We were a road team. Cowboys won the division. This time around, we won the division. Cowboys eliminated. They're gonna be sitting down at a blue couch, that entire 50-man roster could be sitting down layer for layer for layer, watching us go through the playoffs and take some victories and go all the way back to the Super Bowl if it's possible. So, Carson Wentz, 4,000 yards passing, first Eagles quarterback in Eagles history to do such acts. He broke Donovan Nair's 3,900 yard in one season record. Makes you wonder if Donovan Nair is happy about that. He probably not, but who cares? Boston Scott came through 4 straight games. Sidney Jones, 4 straight games. Either knocked down a ball or intercepted. He had an interception in his last game against the New York Giants, so he did extraordinarily well. So now is he a bust? I'll say this right here: the bust label is probably gone now, because he done extraordinarily well. So he might get another chance next year to become a starter on defense. It's his to lose, and defense did real well. They got the Jones boy 4 times. They sacked him 4 times in this game. 4 times. 1 interception. Sidney Jones. Tackles. Now the one tackle that I hate is the one that Saquon Barkley sprinted 68 yards for the score. A lot of y'all guys are upset about that. I am a little, because we won the game. So if we have lost that game, I'll be making a whole new different video. First, the one that I'm making now for you guys out there in Eagles Nation. Once again, I'm coming at you. Week 17. Eagles win 34-17. Peace. NFC East champs, baby. NFC East champs. EAGLES. Eagles.